Hi guys, and welcome to the second video in my series about how to know when to buy organizing products and what kinds to buy or not to buy. Click the I in the corner if you missed the intro. You want to wait until the 6th step of organizing before you purchase organizing supplies. In this video, I am featuring canisters and jars. The purpose of a canister or a jar is to keep dry goods fresh and sealed away from pests. Dry goods typically do not come in the best packaging for long-term storage upon purchase, and once they are open, they are not easy to reseal. And pests like pantry moths can easily penetrate opened packaging. For anyone who has had pantry moths, you know how hard it can be to get rid of them. It's quite traumatizing, so anything resembling a pantry moth larva can be alarming. Oh, it's just rice. Using canisters for grains, whether whole or milled, can help prevent pest infestations in your pantry. I don't recommend using canisters for bagged and boxed snacks and cereal, and even pasta, for most people, and here's why. First of all, we are either busy or lazy or both, and we will not decant them into containers. That's just real life, and typically you will consume packaged snacks and cereal within a reasonable amount of time before they have a chance to go stale or expire. Or you will cook a whole package of pasta at a time. Therefore, you do not need to store them long term. Snacks and cereal can easily be sealed with a chip clip until they are consumed, and so you can save money spent on canisters you really don't need. If you do find your bagged and boxed snacks and cereal getting stale or expiring before you can consume them, one, you are either purchasing too many snacks or opening too many varieties. In your case, you will need to be more mindful of your grocery purchases and create a meal plan, which is a whole other video. Or if you are of the few people who really do just take that long to consume a few snacks or cereal, then canisters can be a good idea for you. If cooking a box or bag of pasta is too much for you or your family to consume within a few days, you can freeze the rest for another dinner. Or if your freezer is too small to store freezer meals, then canisters for pasta can work well for you, especially if you won't consume it for a while or if your pantry is prone to moths. I also do not recommend canisters for individually packaged snacks because they are already sealed. Since individually packaged snacks are made to make things quick and convenient for you, you want to put them in a container you can easily reach into and grab them from, like a bin or a basket. Canisters are ideal for bulk bin shopping for dry goods like grains, nuts, seeds, and dried fruits and dried vegetables. You will want to store nuts and seeds in smaller canisters and in the fridge or freezer, as the oils in them can go rancid over an extended period. For baking ingredients and grains, you want to make sure your containers have a good gasket on them to keep pests out. If the contents of a packaged item like rice or chips does not fit into your canister, you can keep a rolling basket at the bottom of your pantry to hold your bagged items, which you will clip with a chip clip. Just be sure to either use the bagged portion first or decant them into your canisters as you use them so that you can keep your items fresh as long as possible. If you haven't seen my homemade laundry detergent video yet, you can click the I in the corner. The recipe requires you to mix a few different powdered products together, which last a very long time, and so a canister or jar is essential to keep moisture out and keep it from clumping. You will need canisters or jars for sure if you use a lot of baking ingredients. I don't bake, but I do use flour and cornstarch to thicken sauces, and my daughter bakes occasionally, so she has these ingredients available for her. I don't recommend purchasing large containers of spices unless you have a very large family or run a kitchen, as a small spice container is more than sufficient for the average home. However, salt is a natural preservative, so it does not go bad, so it is okay to buy in bulk. This Costco Himalayan pink salt is perfect to store in this canister to keep moisture out, as it is stored long term. I keep the dispenser container here and can refill it from the jar as needed. Mini jars can be perfect for you if you grow your own herbs and spices and dry them, or if you purchase them in small bags. These spice jars are reused from the organic spice line at Walmart. You may need canisters if you have, or a loved one has, a hard time opening conventional packaging or lifting large containers. For example, my mom has a hard time taking down the coffee and creamer canisters from her cabinet, so she needs to store them on her countertop. But I didn't want her to have ugly canisters on her countertop, so I got her pretty canisters. By the way, coffee is supposed to be stored in an opaque container. These are easy for her to open, as they have the lids you can easily lift off and replace without having to twist them open. You will want to make sure your pretty canisters have a good gasket on them like this. They don't need a gasket if you are storing individually packaged items like K-Cups, mini liquid creamers, or sugar packets. Nicely sealed canisters in general can be a good investment if your home is prone to pantry moths or ants or other pests, or if you live in a humid climate. You can save your food from being thrown out if an infestation occurs and therefore save money. Mason jars are some of the least expensive containers to use as canisters or jars. Walmart has the best prices on glass canisters and jars that I've found. My favorites are obviously these ones with the hinged lid. The smallest size is less than $3, and this is the price of the largest size. The size in between is less than $5. The Dollar Tree has a good variety of plastic and glass canisters. The plastic canisters are not airtight, however, so you don't want to use them for anything you need to store for an extended period. The glass jar selections are small in size, so you can consider those for nuts and seeds as well as small containers of baking ingredients like baking powder. I will have affordable options linked for you on my blog, so check out the description box below. Don't forget to grab your free organizing resources below so that you can know if the use of canisters and or jars will be good solutions for your spaces. I have a lot more organizing products coming up, so be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you can know the moment my next video is up and never miss another organizing video. Happy organizing!